Bonjour, bienvenue sur CME. On continue avec la correction de l'épreuve d'anglais niveau BAC, session de 2020 au Cameroun. Section A, Grammar. 1. Complete each blank with the appropriate form of the expression in the brackets. Okay, let's do it. 1. Last Friday. That already is in the past. I tired after all day for my grandmother's birthday. Last Friday, I felt, of course, because I'm in the past, I feel tired after cooking all day for my grandmother's birthday. After cooking. But there's another solution. You could also say after having cooked. After having cooked for my grandmother's birthday. 2. Although he late, he finished the work on time. So finish in the past. So although he began late, he finished the work on time. 3. Before the laboratory technician arrived, the angry customer to break the glass door. So two situations in the past. So I'm thinking that if this is the simple past, then this will be the past perfect. Before the laboratory technician arrived, the angry customer had broken the glass door. And the same thing here for had I known. No need to even read the next part. Had I known about the state of the road, I would have worn my boots. Okay, let's move on. Part 2. Complete these sentences with the correct expression chosen from the brackets. 1. The boy mercilessly by the mad dog. So the boy was beaten mercilessly. So how do I know that? It's very simple. The boy, because in the past we said, here you have to be careful. It's not this one, because this means to hit someone, and this is to eat someone. So yeah, it's not funny, but whatever. Number 2, what are you in December? What are you going to do? Not what are you going to in December or going in December. What are you going to do? Going to do. 3, I'm not good physics. So I'm not a good physicist. Yeah, I'm not good at physics. Okay. Diop is a good boxer, but he's not. To face Mike Tyson, he's not enough. No. Enough qualified enough. How interesting. He's not qualified enough. Yeah, this is good. No. So he's not qualified enough. Let's move to the next section. That would be vocab. Fill each space with an appropriate word chosen from the box. There are 2 words you do not need to use. You won't. What happened to me last week? I went in Limbe with my family. Okay. So eating, you won't eating, check. Oh, nice. You won't believe. What happened to me last week? I went in Limbe. We planned to visit the zoo, mountain, botanic gardens. Generally, we call this sightseeing. So I went sightseeing in Limbe with my family. We planned to visit the zoo, the mountain, and the botanic gardens. We also wanted to spend some time near the sea. If you want to spend some time near the sea, obviously, we into a hotel. So we checked in. Because when you want a room in a hotel, you need to check in. That was very close to the sea, of course. So here, I don't have the word sea, but I do have something similar to the beach. At night, we could hear the sound of the waves as the rocks. It was great heat. Right, let's move on. Part 2. Choose the correct word from the list in the brackets to complete each sentence. Right. The of my computer has a problem, so I can't type the text. What do you need to type a text? You need a keyboard. So the answer is keyboard. The keyboard of my computer. 2, please, the athletes up. They are doing great. Okay, so please cheer the athletes up. They are doing a great job. Okay, so how do I know? Athletes generally need cheering. They need support. So it's not tear. You don't tear them up and you don't jeer. So you're left with cheer. Okay, 3. The passerby gave a clear of the incident. So, of course, gave a clear story. No. Reckoning. No. Account. So, yes. Account of this incident. 4. Gorillas and elephants are endangered, of course, species. Okay. When you generally see the word endanger, you think of species, not mates, not types in my country. Okay, that's it for vocab. Let's move to my favorite section, which is reading. Alors, the way I approach reading is I generally quickly glance through the questions before going back to the text. It kind of helped me know where to focus. Donc, je lis toujours les questions pour avoir une idée claire de ce sur quoi je dois me focaliser et ne pas perdre de temps. Alors, question 1. Why did the visitor come? So there is an idea of a visitor coming. Number 2. Name 2 things which show that the host is well brought up. Okay, we're talking about visitor. We know when somebody visits, there is a guest and there is a host. Okay. Number 3. The visitor told a lie to Johnson. What was it? 4. Take the correct answer. So Johnson did not want to die. No one wants to, because he was tender, he was wise, he was very young. 5. Name 4 ways in which the visitor was received in his previous visits. Okay. Yes, that's 5. 6. In your opinion, why did Johnson collapse? And finally, what did you learn from the story? I can already guess that the story has something to do with lying, and the main character is Johnson. I didn't read the text yet, so let's go back to the text and learn more. Right, so here we go in the text. The visitor. 26 years old Johnson was relaxing in his living room one day when he heard a knock on his door. He put down the book that he was reading and went to open the door. Standing before him was an elegant-looking young man who requested to be allowed in. Johnson moved aside and allowed the young man in. Okay. Without actually knowing who he was, since he'd been brought up to show respect and reverence for anyone he meets, Johnson decided not to ask any questions for fear of being rude. The visitor introduced himself as Johnson's elder brother's friend and picked up a very interesting conversation with the host. They discussed about the book Johnson was reading, happenings in the town, and personal lives. While they were talking, Johnson entertained his guests with some food and drink. After eating, the visitor was tired and fell asleep on the couch. While taking away the used plates and glasses, Johnson noticed that his guest held a piece of paper containing names of people who were shortlisted to die. The first 3 names had been crossed out and written mission accomplished. So Johnson's name was now the first on the list. Okay. It became clear to Johnson that this man was deaf. He did not see himself dying at such a tender age, so he decided to act fast. He took the list from the dead's hand, hurried to his bedroom, got an ink blotter, and as carefully as possible blotted out his name from the position where it was and exchanged it with the name in the last position on the list. He was very cautious to get the exact handwriting on the paper. When he finished, he tiptoed back to the living room and placed the paper where he had taken it from. Satisfied with his action, Johnson sat on another sofa and went back to his book. After a while, death got up from sleep. He was surprised that he had slept off in the house of a complete stranger. Nevertheless, he smiled at his host and said to him, "I've been visiting many homes, hospitals, workplaces, and so on, but wherever I go, people never welcome me. Sometimes I'm stoned. In some places, I'm cursed. And some people just give me up and let me have my way." Some people just give up, not give me up. Some people just give up and let me have my way. "I'm truly impressed with your attitude. We had decided that today was your day to leave this world and join your ancestors. I'm not supposed to tell you this, but since you received me with much love and generosity, I've decided that I will take my victims from the bottom of the list instead." Whoa. He turned the paper upside down, ticked the last name, and wrote "Mission accomplished." Johnson collapsed on the sofa before death finished pronouncing his last words. Okay. Not very... No comment. Let's move on. Oh, by the way, I forgot. If you've got any questions related to the previous part, write them in the comments below or text me directly. Don't forget to support the channel by subscribing, liking, you know the usual, and click the bell notification. Okay, on continue. Questions. 1. Why did the visitor come? The visitor come to kill Johnson. Okay, yeah, you could say something like that. Kill him or... Yeah, okay. So why did the visitor come to kill Johnson? Question 2. Name 2 things which show that the host is well brought up. Well, first of all, he welcomed a stranger into his home. He showed him respect and reverence. And he entertained his guests. But I don't need to say all of that because we saw it here in the text. We said show respect and reverence, not being rude, and entertaining your guests with food and drink. So I just need to pick 2 of the answers, which I would choose to be, well, do I have to write this? No, I'll just go and outline the answer in the text, not to waste time. So let me go back here. That was the answer for number 1. So we say Johnson was brought up. So here, that would be the answer for number 1 or number 2? Number 2 here. Brought up to show reverence and respect. So reverence and respect to anyone he meets. Fear of being rude. And of course, entertaining his guests with food and drink. Regarding question 1, I would rather come here, okay, and say, because it's death. No, so here we can take it as number 1, okay? This man was death. What's the job of death? Come and take you with him. He actually said it that we had decided. So you can use this as another argument to complete with question 1. Okay, let's move to question 3. Question 3, he said, the visitor told a lie to Johnson. What was it? Yes, of course, he's definitely not. Let me go back here. He's definitely not. How did he introduce himself? Yes, this will be for question 3. He's not Johnson's elder brother's friend. No, he's not. So this is the lie. He lied about being Johnson's elder brother's friend. Number 4. Like I say, I'm not writing the answer to gain some time. Question 4, they say, Johnson did not want to die because, of course, he was very young. So this is easy. I'll just circle the answer. Number 5. Name 4 ways in which the visitor was received in his previous visits. Okay, let's go to the text. We said again, no, it was actually here. He said, That was for number 5. I've been, so you take here, number 5, visiting many homes, hospitals, and so on. Whenever I go, so how was he received? People never welcome me. They stone him, so never welcome. Never welcome. This is for question 5. Being stoned, cursed, and some people just give up and let him have his way. And let's move to the next question. The next question states that, okay, so we need to state 4. How many did we give? I'm not sure we gave 4. We talked about being stoned, cursed, giving away. Yeah, actually we did. We covered everything. So number 6, in your opinion, why did Johnson collapse? Okay, so here they want my opinion. Well, he collapsed because he changed the position of his name in the list. And since death decided to start by the end of the list, he was at the end. That's why he died. That's a long answer. Okay, let's make it shorter. Johnson collapsed because he died. He died because he put his name last in the list, and death decided to start by the end of the list. Yes, that's the best I can do. Let's move on to the last question, 7. What did you learn from the story? Okay, what did I learn from this story? Well, of course, telling lies can be dangerous. It can sometimes save your life, but generally it can be very, very dangerous. And kindness, that's a very good point too. Kindness and goodness can sometimes also save your life. Okay, so those are the 2 lessons I've learned from this short story. And let's move to the next section, section D, essay writing. As usual, I'm not going to do this section. If you want me to do it, comment below and say, okay, this is the text I would like to have you write, okay? And as usual, si vous avez aimé cette vidéo, si elle vous a été utile, souscrivez à la chaîne, supportez-nous en commentant des vidéos, en posant des questions et n'hésitez pas à partager. À très bientôt sur CME. Merci et bye bye.